Hey everyone, it is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, October 17th. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly trade ideas video where we bring you some of the names that we're paying attention to, stocks that are showing good relative strength, fairly under the radar, and hopefully are still actionable, names that you may find interesting for your watch list. So we have 5 names to go through today. As always, we are powered by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. So we're going to be bringing you 4 names this week, 3 names this week from their stock lists. You can get access to those lists in the link in the description of this video. So let's jump right into it here. TRHC. This is the first name. This comes from IBD's list, and I think the theme from this week is we do have some more kind of higher level names that are really setting up more so on a weekly time frame, so slightly longer. More consolidations at work here for the 5 names we're going to look at. And again, we know markets are volatile, so as of course a quick disclaimer here, these names that we're looking at are all on the long side. By no means does that mean we should be running out, purchasing them, getting all in and allocated today. If you're even thinking of purchasing them at all, do respect the market conditions. We did our market recap video yesterday. Tune into that. We pointed out some of the sort of dangers or warnings or risks associated with this type of environment we are in. So make sure, of course, you have your due diligence done on the overall market environment, and it is earnings season, so do double check these dates. But the first one here, TRHC, this comes from IBD's list, and this is a weekly time frame, but look how nice and orderly and neat this is setting up here on the weekly time frame. It's recently pulling back from its all-time highs made back just a few weeks ago in August, and you can see now we are above last week's highs. We're in fact above the last 2 weeks highs, and we are up 10% this week, showing some nice relative strength. So TRHC, very clean and orderly here on the weekly chart. Take a look at it. I think this is an interesting candidate. Number 2 is PAGS, and we're also going to look at this on a weekly time frame just because I think it smooths out some of the noise and shows the real move at hand here. But this one is a recent IPO. It hasn't had a good performance since it's come public, but it's trying to get its act together. It went sideways for about 3 months in here, almost 4 months between this $25 and $30 area, and now we can see we have a nice expansion in range this week, 12.6% rally so far at the time of recording this, and we are above almost all of these recent highs here, certainly above the majority of closes. We still aren't quite above the highs here from the 31st of August, but still a very nice showing here. And if you do believe in this company, I know nothing about what this company does or the fundamentals behind it, but it looks like we have a nice kind of basing consolidation here that could sort of emerge a new uptrend, so something to pay attention to. Again, longer term time frame there. Finally, we have Match.com. This one a little more sort of, or Match Group, I should say, a little more mainstream here. It's had a nice run over the past 2 years, and it is recently starting to emerge again. It's been consolidating. It's not quite ready yet. It topped out around $60. It started to pull back. It's shown some nice relative strength this week. It's up almost 6% here. It's trying to take out last week's highs. We still have this downtrend line in play, but I think it's an interesting name to pay attention to. Might not quite be ready yet, but again, the whole point of these videos are to put some stocks on your watch list. So Match, I think, is an interesting one looking forward. The next 2 here come from our watch list. We got CCJ, which is probably a little more under the radar name. It's a material and miners play, but it saw recently this nice push up in volume here as it moved from 9 and change all the way up to $12, the top end of the range here from this year. And really, there's some supply going all the way back the past year and a half or so. So I think this more or less $12 area is going to be an important kind of top end zone to see if this stock can start to clear above. if we can start to flag out here, maybe not quite ready just yet. It is showing some good relative strength so far this week, but if it can start to clear above these highs, make its way, comfortably above $12, take out $12.20 or so on the upside, we could see some nice continued momentum here, a nice kind of continued move over what has started just the past month or so, and it does have some pretty good kind of thin skies above it if it can start to really break through this longer term base here. So CCJ, definitely a longer term name to pay attention to, their longer term outlook, but I think it is pretty clean and not ready yet, but has some promise behind it. Finally, we got BOJA. So here, Bojangles restaurants, this one here hasn't really performed too well as a public company either. It came public 2015 or so, and it traded mostly in this downtrend line, but it looks like it's trying to get its act together. It bottomed out around $12. It recently, or through the course of the beginning of this year, it pushed all the way up to 16. It pulled back, and now we can see this nice high volume move back up to new year-to-date highs. So kind of similar to what CCJ looks like. Not quite ready yet. It is, positive here on the week. Looks like it could use some more time, but if it can start to take out, say, last week's high, or start getting above $17 or so, we do have a nice kind of air pocket above here that this could start to emerge an uptrend for, one of the first times for BOJA, maybe looking back here towards the 2017 highs as a longer term target. So all of these ideas were presented on a weekly time frame. Do keep that in mind, but I think some names to, take a look at and just keep an eye on, as there is some elevated volatility out there in the market. I don't think any of these names are going anywhere too fast, so it gives you some good opportunity to plan a trade, do some research, and see if they do start to trigger to the upside. So thanks so much, as always, for tuning in. Every Wednesday, we present these names. If you like it, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and keeps you up to date with all of the latest that we are publishing. Thanks so much. Good luck trading out there, and I will talk to you in the next video update.